Welcome, Sonia Graham. Sonia Graham of Simple Moves Group. How are you?
Hey, Greg, I'm great. How are you?
Doing fantastic. So we are highlighting or spotlighting for our June Spotlight Agent of the Month, Sonia Graham, and some of her team accomplishments as well. Sonia had a fantastic month personally, and her team as well for June. So Sonia did and the team 6 transactions. Sonia had a number of those transactions personally and over $2.5 million in volume. So kudos to you guys for helping 6 families and or individuals move and realize their homeownership dreams. So great job.
Thank you. Thank you. We also got 2 buyers under contract. We got a listing up, or rental listing. So June was a really good month. No complaints over here.
That's awesome. I know we got a lot of negative news that matriculates down from some of the media, and there's a lot of headwinds. I mean, we have to acknowledge that, it's a challenging market. There's some lower inventory than normal, and, rates are stubbornly stuck up in the 7% range, so to speak. But how's the market and how do you see things? Because you guys obviously had a great month despite all that.
Yeah, I think the market's great, to be honest. I think that people are needing to buy and people are needing to sell, and rates are higher than they've been in the last couple of years. We also don't live in a pandemic, so I feel like that's a good trade-off. And it's not the 1970s where we were buying at like 18%. So I don't know. I think it's a great market. I think that there's really good wins to be had. The homes that are on the market are really great homes, and the buyers are motivated. Like, what better market could you ask for?
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, people are always moving, right? And we kind of have said in the past, you marry the house and not the rate, right? And
Yeah.
historically, we've seen the benefits of home ownership and building wealth and generational wealth. So home ownership still long term, always a great option, great idea. And certainly we get caught up a little bit sometimes in the numbers, but it's quality of life, right? Lifestyle. If you're relocating, I mean, just that sort of pride of home ownership and the realization of the American dream. It's you guys are helping fulfill all of those things for people, and it's I guess a blessing and a great responsibility. And kudos again to you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. I know we worked really hard, and we're super grateful to our clients and, obviously our business partners. We don't do this alone. So
Yeah, that's awesome. Is there anything that sticks out last month as far as some transactions? What were some? I mean, obviously it was a good win for you guys as far as numbers go. But anything anecdotally stick out on your transactions?
I will have to say this. I worked with a lot of all of the closings last month, except for one. I was on the buy side, and I worked with some really cool agents that were on the list side. I did not get to meet any of my clients until after they signed the paperwork. So we have a lot of people moving into Maryland, which is cool. And I don't know, it was just really, I got some really good relationships built with listing agents, and just some really awesome, I had some really cool clients last month.
That's awesome. And I know you do a lot of military relocation and relocation in general. You're talking about people coming in, so you've got a lot of experience and expertise there. So I'm sure that goes a long way to reassuring your clients that may have gotten or PCSing or travel orders or whatever it might be, or just relocating into a different state. You have a lot of experience and expertise working with those relocation clients. So comes in handy, I'm sure.
It does. It does. I mean, the coolest thing about working with military people is I've been there. I've done that. I've PCS, I don't know, like 16 to 23 times. I speak the language because I've actually walked the walk, and they appreciate that. And they're just like, and I don't know, they were just so much fun last month. Not that I have like terrible clients or anything. I don't, but the military ones are definitely near and dear to my heart.
Sure, for sure. And we say that the market can be a little bit challenging. Like I said, there's some headwinds. It's still a great market. If you have the need to buy or sell, there's opportunity within it. It's ever changing. The contracts are complex. We know in Maryland we have some super duper complex contracts sometimes with all the addendums that we have. They go on and on. But having someone like yourself or your team, a professional in place to help with that transaction in that process. I know there's a lot more involved than most people realize. It's kind of like that iceberg analogy. Sometimes they just see sort of what you're doing on the surface level, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes when you're working, like you said, with your vendor partners, those lenders, getting it through underwriting and the title company, getting it across the finish line, the contract to close portion, and the negotiations, like you said, working with those awesome co-oping agents that you're working with. But there's a lot that goes into it. And you guys are obviously doing it at a high level right now. So continued success and great job.
Thank you. Thank you. And just to add on to that, what I think is so cool about the couple of the transactions last month is all of my buyers started looking, months before it was time for them to actually purchase. And we had really good conversations about how we were going to structure our contracts, what the market was actually doing. There's a lot of people out there looking for a deal. It's not that deals don't happen. It's just that you have to look at what a deal is today versus what a deal was a year ago, 8 years ago, and just have those conversations. And then you bring in your partners to kind of buffer and or give their opinion, because like lenders see things differently than I do. Home inspectors see things differently than I do. But then when you have all these people like honed in and including the buyer in the process and talking to them and keeping it real and mitigating expectations, I think it just makes the whole process just better.
Absolutely. And to your point, like that buy side cycle, it's actually getting longer and longer from when people are starting to think about relocating, thinking about that home buying decision. They're doing a lot of online research, but to your point, while you have someone like yourself or your team in their corner, you guys can be advising them long before, that really the hard shopping starts, where you're actually looking at those, the properties coming out, whether they're coming in from another state, but sharing with them what the contract process looks like ahead of time so they're not surprised by anything. All those things really go into having a really great client experience. So again, great job with that. And that's important.
Yeah.
We want all the agents to do that. Share the contracts maybe ahead of time with your clients so they can preview them and they're not super surprised when it comes time to pull the trigger on that purchase, so to speak.
100%. And my team did a phenomenal job. I'm kind of very hands-on when it comes to what they're doing, and they did a great job walking their clients, through the process. There were some hiccups, but they, showed up, they asked the questions when we didn't have the answers, because the truth is we don't always have the answers. We knew people that did have the answers. I know you got a few phone calls, like, what do we do? And they were just really, I'm very, very proud of my team.
That's awesome. And the process is always going to be a little bit bumpy or lumpy, right? And our job is to help smooth out that transition in that process as much as possible. And you guys are doing a great job of that. So again, just wanted to give you congratulations, acknowledge the amazing month that you had, and just say continued success for Sonia Graham and Simple Moves Group. Great job.
Thank you. And thank you to all my clients for choosing us, and for JPAR for being such a great support. We can't do us without y'all. So
awesome. Good job, Sonia. Talk to you guys later. Keep it up.
Thanks, Steve. Bye.
Bye-bye.